Have you been wondering what renovations or remodel projects you should be doing to maximize your return on investment for the future sale of your home? If so, stick around. You're going to want to watch this video because I'm going to be covering some of those important remodel and renovations that you're going to want to do. One of the most popular questions we get as agents is whether or not they should install a pool. And my answer is usually, it depends. The reason it depends because if you plan to be there for 10, 15, 20, or maybe fulfill the entire 30-year loan, then yes, I do recommend putting in a pool there. But if you're looking to move out within about 5 years or less, then I would say hold your horses, maybe reconsider. And the reason being is because sometimes it might cost as little as $70,000, depending on the size, square footage, materials, and so forth, up to $200,000 plus, depending on what you want your pool to look like. Now, when you go to resell your home in, say, the short future, you might quickly realize that you will only get maybe 50% of what you paid for your pool back. And that is why we do not recommend that you put in a pool. Definitely sign up for our monthly newsletter because it's action-packed with things to do around Vegas and Henderson, as well as keeping you up to date on home tours and all the latest real estate news. And another one is going to be kitchen remodeling and even bathroom remodeling. So many of you might want to do a whole entire gut job and redo it. But once again, as just looking at the numbers and the return on investment, it's probably best if you just maybe add some nice paint to the cabinets, put some nice finishing, some doorknobs, and do other things like making sure, especially in the kitchen, that those appliances are working well. Doesn't have to be in tip-top shape, but they look well, they're presented well, they're nice, they're clean. And when it comes to the bathrooms, doing things like upgrading the flooring, installing new shower doors, and even putting some unique lighting can really change the entire look of the bathroom without overspending. Let's talk about flooring for just a minute. So according to the National Association of Realtors, 87% of buyers wanted hardwood flooring over carpet. Now, I know a lot of buyers that I've kind of dealt with don't mind the carpet in the bedrooms, but several of them have voiced that they would prefer hardwood flooring throughout. Now, if you don't really have the budget for hardwood flooring, there are alternatives like vinyl flooring, which we have seen in several homes. And it's a very versatile material, just not as durable. And of course, hardwood floors last on average from 10 years, requiring recoating every about 3 to 5 years. And especially if you have fur babies and pets in your home, whenever they have accidents, of course, it's a very easy cleanup. So that's always a plus. And it's definitely something that new homeowners are looking for. So that would definitely increase your return on investment. I've worked with several buyers and have showed them several homes and been to many inspections. And one thing that these buyers are for sure never going to say was, I chose house A over house B because of the windows. So that is another area that we are going to advise against not having windows replaced. They might be a little sticky, a little tough to push open or to the side, but also a very poor return on investment for this one. So remember, as you were a buyer once, that you're looking at the overall look of the house. Some of these minor details, like the windows, can very easily be overlooked by a lot of people, and they just don't care too much, especially if they really love the house, to not make that offer, to not go through with it, just because the windows are a little hard to move up and down or side to side. However, if you have a broken window or a leaky window, then yes, I do recommend that you get that repaired because it is something that will definitely come up on the inspection report. And having windows that look appealing and aren't cracked or broken are very appealing to the overall look of the house, so that the buyer will definitely see. So on average, furnaces can last somewhere between 15 and 20 years. However, 30 years ago was 1994. So if you do find that your home is older, even though it's weird to say that 1994 is old, but anyways, then yes, I would recommend replacing the furnace. However, it doesn't need to be a top of the line fancy model. Could be a medium one that isn't too pricey, because obviously the return on investment here isn't as high either. And another one that goes hand in hand with that is the air conditioning unit. Some air conditioning units are on the side of the house, or depending on what year you purchase, they're on top of the house. And either way, if it is an older unit, I do recommend changing it out. Once again, to also kind of go hand in hand with the furnace and even the air conditioning unit, is they do not have to be brand new. Even finding a good refurbished one and having it installed can save you a ton of money. And of course, living here in Las Vegas or Henderson in the desert, you are going to want to have a working cold blowing AC unit. Once again, get an HVAC guy or gal out there to inspect it. If they do give it a 2 thumbs up that it's in great working order, perfect, you can move on. However, if they suggest that it needs to be replaced, see if you could find a cost-effective unit to replace it with. And my number one thing to do when you're planning on selling your home is to paint the entire interior of your home white, or even like a beige kind, any color that's similar to that, an off-white kind of color. It really just brightens the house. I know some may agree with me, may disagree with me, but it really does give that new model feel, kind of that fresh coat of paint. Makes it appear as if nobody was living in there before, and it's just really fresh to these buyers' eyes when they're walking in to view these properties. I can't tell you how many times that we've walked into houses where paint colors were of various colors throughout the walls. You had bright green and pinks and purples, and it's just really a sore eye to see sometimes, because everybody just doesn't usually always mesh with those colors. Let's talk about the ceilings very briefly. If there is a popcorn ceiling, you definitely want to scrape that off. If there's wallpaper that is kind of outdated on the walls, we definitely want to take that down. Go back up with a fresh coat of paint. And of course, either do a deep clean yourself or hire professionals to come out and do that for you, because they're going to be cleaning windows, making everything look shiny, sparkly, and very appealing to buyers as they begin to walk into your home to potentially make it their own. Those 2 things alone, the paint and the deep cleaning, will definitely help you get a very big return on your investment. And of course, if you're a current homeowner but don't really have intentions of selling today or tomorrow or in the near future, then of course just regular maintenance and checking of these things yearly or bi-yearly, however you want that to go, depending on how old certain things are in your home. But it's always a good idea to kind of just do a review of your home and see where everything's at. Do we need to put it in the budget to prepare for a new AC unit, for a new furnace? Do we want to give ourselves a fresh coat of paint? Maybe that pink kitchen that I chose last year is kind of becoming a sore to my own eye, so maybe you want to change that paint color or whatever have you. It's always a good idea to prepare in advance, because you just never know. If you are considering selling your home in the near future, I'm going to link a video at the end of this one that is a short 8-minute video on how to prepare your house for sale. Go ahead and take a look at it, drop your comments below in this one and in the how to prepare your home for sale, and let me know your thoughts. My name is Nashira.Gamino, your Las Vegas realtor. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.